Okay, so we're going to have a look at double bracket expansion. So we have two brackets that we need to expand and simplify. Okay, now because there is no symbol between these two brackets, that means that they are being multiplied by each other. Okay, so I find the easiest way to do this type of question is to use a grid. Okay, so above one side of the grid, I'm going to write a Y and a 3 because that's what I've got in the first bracket. And along the side, I'm going to put a Y and a 5, just like if you were using a grid to multiply normally with normal numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to do this, multiply by this, so Y multiplied by Y is Y squared, and I'm going to do 5 multiplied by Y, which is 5Y. And then Y multiplied by 3, which is 3Y, and 5 multiplied by 3, which is 15. So you should end up with 4 terms that you write out. And then we need to look at how we can simplify. Okay, so we can't simplify the Y squared with anything because nothing else has a Y squared. But what we can do is we can put together the 3Y plus the 5Y, which is 8Y. So when I simplify, this stays the same. The 3Y and the 5Y become positive 8Y because it's a positive answer. 3Y plus 5Y is 8Y, so it's a positive answer. And then plus 15 at the end. Okay, moving on to the next one. Same thing. Okay, again, we need to use multiplication, expand and simplify. So we've got an X and a 5, and an X and a minus 1. Now we've got to be careful because this time it involves negatives. So, same principle, X times X is X squared, minus 1 times X is minus X. Notice we don't have to write the 1 because we know that it's minus 1X, but we don't need to write the 1. And we've got 5 times X, which is 5X, and minus 1 times 5 minus 5. Then we're going to write out the 4 terms. So we've got X squared plus 5X minus X minus 5. Then we need to look for things to simplify. Again, we can only simplify the terms in X. So we have X squared, we have 5X minus 1X, which is positive 4X because it's a positive answer, and then minus 5 at the end. Okay, next one. This time we have a W and a minus 2 and a W and a minus 7. So we do W times W is W squared, minus 7 times W is minus 7W. W times minus 2 is minus 2W. Minus 7 times minus 2, we have two negatives that we're multiplying together, so it becomes a positive answer. So that is positive 14. Write out the terms. And then we look to simplify. So again, we can't simplify the W squared, but we can simplify that part. So we have W squared minus 7W, subtract another 2W is minus 9W plus 14 at the end. Notice we're getting 2 marks in an exam for each of these questions. Okay, the last one, just as an additional example. So we've got the X and the minus 10 and the X and the 3. X times X is X squared, 3 times X is 3X, minus 10 times X is minus 10X, 3 times minus 10 is minus 30. Write out the terms. Simplify the parts involving just the X, not with the X squared. So we have X squared minus 10X plus 3X is minus 7X minus 30.